Time to get your deposit slips ready because it's time to make us a little bit of money with Shynin's bets.
Hey, Ray, I know your club got gambling.
Now, if you tapped in last week, look, we had a good week on Shynin's bets. I'll start off with the losses because y'all know I like to do. I'm a bad news first guy. Tell me the bad news first, and then we can proceed. I told you to take the Cowboys as they were 3.5-point favorites at Carolina. I'll admit, look, I don't have a good understanding of where Carolina is right now. They blew out the Falcons a couple weeks ago, 30-0, but then they got their ass whipped by the Patriots when they went to New England. I just thought the Cowboys could go in there and handle that. Obviously, I was wrong. Panthers won that game, and then I told you to take the Titans as they were 5.5-point underdogs going into Las Vegas. I thought Cam Ward and them could just go in there and I thought wrong, obviously, man. And after that loss, the Titans coach got fired too. So just Cam Ward deserves better anyway. So yeah, we was wrong on that one. But the good news is you made a little money. If you listen to me when I told you to take the Jets, I knew they was going to play the Broncos tough. It was overseas. It was kind of a weird game, weird circumstances, weird start time and all of that. The Jets, they kept it close. They were 7.5-point dogs. I didn't think the Broncos were going to blow them out by more than a touchdown at all. And then I told you to take the Rams. They were 7.5-point favorites going into Baltimore. The Ravens are just totally decimated with injuries right now. I trust nothing with them, especially with no Lamar Jackson, no Roquan Smith. Now, they got a bye week coming up. After the bye, they'll be better. But right now, the Rams easily covered that in the second half. It was scary in the first half. I ain't going to lie to you. And then I told you to take Baker Mayfield and them Buccaneers. They were 2.5-point favorites versus the 49ers. The thing that threw me with that was the Buccaneers being at home at Tampa Bay. Yeah, we was right about that one, too. Made you a little money, didn't I? Yeah, I know I did. The thing that swayed me with the Buccaneers and 49ers and why I was so confident in that is because Tampa Bay was at home. Mac Jones on the road. Nah. Now, look, Kyle Shanahan's a great coach, one of the best coaches in the league for sure. But yeah, not going to Tampa Bay. That's a cross-country flight too. The Baker got it going with them Buccaneers no matter who's that receiver because Ibuka done got hurt. So him and Mike Evans done got hurt, as well as a running back got hurt. So Buccaneers only going to get better too. They might get that number 1 seed in the NFC. Moving on, week 7 in Shynin's bets. I'm liking the Bears coming off of a big win against the Commanders on Monday Night Football. They're going to New Orleans. They're 5.5-point favorites. Caleb got that offense going a little bit. I expect them to cover that 5.5 at New Orleans. And then you got the Panthers at Jets. This is a tricky one right here because I can see the Jets outright winning this game, but the point spread is only 1.5. They're giving the Panthers those points. I'm taking the Panthers, and this is going to be a mighty fine uniform combination too. I can't wait to see this. Take the Panthers 1.5-point dogs going into MetLife Stadium against the Jets. This is one of my favorite picks of the week. Colts at Chargers. The Colts are 1.5-point dogs going into LA. Why? They're a better team than the Chargers. The Chargers got some injuries. Look, this is my favorite bet of the week. Take the Colts. I know it's Daniel Jones. I know it. And perhaps Jim Harbaugh could whip up some type of defensive game plan to keep him in check. I don't know. I ain't seen nobody do it this year yet. Take the Colts, 1.5-point dogs against the Chargers. This is a tricky one, but I believe in Jackson Dart. I think he's got enough juice in him to move around and make some plays happen in Denver.
Pause.
I don't see the Giants actually winning this game, but it's so many points. Denver ain't worth that much at home, and Bo Nix isn't an elite quarterback to where I feel like he can carry the Broncos to a win over. Look, and the Giants defense is good. They're going to get after it. Take the Giants plus 6.5. They are 6.5-point dogs going into Denver to face them Broncos. Jackson Dart, I'm counting on you, dog. And then I'm heavy on the underdogs this week. Take the Cardinals. They're 6.5-point dogs going into Green Bay against the Packers. My trust in the Packers is wavering. I think the Cardinals can keep it close. I don't think they'll win, but 6.5 points, that's a lot of points for the Cardinals. And it'd be different if it was the frozen tundra, but it's no snow and it's not cold in Green Bay yet. Take the Cardinals, 6.5-point dogs going into Green Bay. Fit check, yeah, that's me.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate.
Yes, that's what time for another week of fit checks as we dive in to the fashionables of the National Football League. Best uniform matchups from week 6. You know, I love me a good old school division rivalry matchup. Cleveland at Pittsburgh, looking good, man. Wearing their traditional unis. Love it. Only thing that's missing, y'all know I'm going to say it, the block numbers for the Steelers. Get rid of the italics, please. Dallas at Carolina. Very interesting uniform combo for the Panthers as they whip out another one. And I love most of the Panthers uniform combinations. This one not at the top as my favorite, but I did like the all blue. As long as you got the black helmets going, just get rid of the silver helmets. Panthers. The quicker you do that, the better your uniforms are going to look. The Cowboys wearing their traditional home/road white jerseys. Yeah, always weird when discussing home and road with the Cowboys in their uniforms. San Francisco at Tampa Bay. I love the fact that well, first off, Frisco, they always look stellar. They always look good in their traditional 49er uniforms. But the Buccaneers did not go with the pewter pants. They went with the white pants. I love that. It gives us a little different vibe, a little different look. The only thing I would change with the Buccaneers all white uniforms, and thank God they wore different color socks. They didn't go white socks. They went black socks, but I would have loved to see pewter socks to match with that helmet. But still, great looking matchup. And Cincinnati and Green Bay. Now, these two individually, I'm not a fan of their uniforms individually, for real. Just not a fan of the color orange. I think the Bengals do their uniforms okay. I'm just not a fan of orange. And also the Packers just green and gold just ain't it for me. But when they play each other though, I love it when they come together. The two weird uniforms coming together just makes for a beautiful uniform matchup. The Bengals avoiding all white. Thank you for that. They wore those beautiful black pants with the stripes, where the Bengal stripes on the side of the pants matches the helmet. They were looking good. And then the old school matchup. The NFL should have one of these every week, man. Buffalo at Atlanta. Buffalo with the killer uniforms, the OJ era standing Buffalo uniforms.
Shut up,
And then
Brian.
the Falcons, of course, with the 1980s red helmet era Falcon uniforms. I love them. They got to break out the red joints. They got to break out the red jerseys next year because they don't have them this year. Other uniforms that I loved, I already discussed the Panthers black helmets. That I must bring them back up again because man, I just want Carolina to get rid of that silver. They have got to get rid of that silver ASAP. Just just do away with it. Just gradually do away with it. You don't really need new uniforms. Maybe a refresh of Panthers uniforms, but keep that black helmet though, please. And then the worst looking things that I saw from week 6. Rams, I don't just get rid of that bone, please. It's not in your color scheme. It downgrades your uniforms. It doesn't match with blue or yellow. And the biggest thing, it's ugly. I wonder if there's some type of sales metric where they show the sales of these ugly ass bone jerseys or their bone merchandise. Like, is it selling like that? Is it? Why are you keeping these? Who's advising y'all, Rams? They need to have me on that board, bro, because that would be the first thing that I would get rid of. Burn them bitches in the ground. Get rid of the bone color. And then the Saints, they always piss me off too with their uninspired looking uniforms. They either come out in an ugly ass all white or they come out in a lazy, uninspired all black. Saints, come on. At least put a little effort into your look. You got such beautiful gold pants that you don't wear for whatever reason. I don't know. But I feel like the Saints are due for a refresh. they have the most plain, simple, lethargic, just uninspired uniforms in the league. They are ground zero for a refresh. Not even a new logo, but like add some Mardi Gras or New Orleans themes to your uniforms. Like you can't insert like a purple and a green stripe or I don't know, put some confetti on the stripe. Do something, bro. Stop wearing all black, Saints. Come on. But a refresh is coming for them. I can see it. They're gonna have a top pick in the draft coming up. And usually if you got that along with some lame duck uniforms and lame duck fans and they're due for a refresh in New Orleans for sure. This week, Raiders at Chiefs. It's going not much to say. A classic AFL AFC West look. You know they're gonna come in with the silver pants and the white jerseys with the black socks. We're gonna wear our classic, beautiful red jerseys, white pants with the gold stripe. But the last two times with the Raiders when they had Antonio Pierce, and it was a special circumstance because what they were Christmas games. They came in with the silver numbers. I wish the Raiders would do that permanently when they come see the Chiefs wear the silver numbers so we can have that AFL look. It always adds a little pizzazz to this bitter rivalry. Y'all know I hate them bastards. Well, that's the pod for this week. Thank you so much for tapping into Brian's World. And please make sure that you tap into all the Foolish Club Media podcasts. Rate, subscribe, and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on YouTube. Just search Foolish Club Media. And again, while you're at YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and tap in to the Be Shynin YouTube page. Well, we'll see if the Chiefs can handle these Raiders. Oh, we got a noon game this week. Well, Chiefs kid, we got to wake up a little earlier. God damn, man. If you tailgating at a noon game, you got to be there at what? The previous day? Oh, God. Yeah. Noon game for the Chiefs. I know some people are excited about that. Me not being one of them. I've gotten so used to the 325 late night window that the noon games are a little problematic for me. But can't wait to see the Chiefs beat up on the Raiders this week as they got the Commanders coming up. We got another late game. We got another night game on the way. Them Monday nights be killing me. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. But hey yo, Kansas City, please be a blessing. And of course, as always, Chiefs Kingdom.